Well, the dance and theater department aren't the only ones keeping busy at UV. The athletics department always has a packed calendar, especially during football season. I'm joined now by Mark Allnut to tell us how they're celebrating homecoming with the Bulls. Welcome, Mark. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Of course. All right. Tell us how the season is going so far for the Bulls.
Sure. Right now we're 4-2, just coming off a big win this past weekend against Toledo. And even a few weeks ago, we knocked off our second time in football history, FBS history, of knocking off a top 25 team when we went to DeKalb, Illinois, and knocked off Northern Illinois, which was a great game. So 4-2, and the momentum keeps building from this program.
Okay, we've heard a lot about their new coach. Tell us about him and what his impact has been on the team so far.
Yeah, Pete Lembo, late hired him in late January. He's been here. I think the thing about him is, he brings he's a veteran coach, has had success in the previous places he's been. Lehigh, Elon, also Ball State. He knows the Mid-American Conference, which is a good thing. But what he brings to the table is really just a sense of structure, organization, a high-level communicator. And when I say high-level communicator, not just within his team, his staff, but also across the university and even the community. He's very engaged in the community and really, is about genuine relationships. Building those relationships that helps not only our football program, but our athletic department, which has been very key in a short tenure here.
Yeah, that's right. I've heard he's had one of the greatest starts to a new season of him heading in one of Bulls' history. So he's made a big impact. Now we're celebrating homecoming week this week. Tell us about what you have planned for that and why the public should get involved.
Well, homecoming is always special wherever campus you're at, but especially at UB. It's an opportunity first and foremost for the alumni to come back and be engaged not only with athletics but with the university. We're also celebrating the celebration of our Boldly Buffalo campaign, which was a $1 billion capital campaign. So we're celebrating that by closing that out, and so many people are going to be there to just recognize what we've done as a university. But from a homecoming standpoint, it's centered around a football game where people can go and celebrate on a Saturday when we play Western Michigan. The weather's going to be perfect, so we're inviting alumni, community members, everyone to come, but then also for our students. They're at fall break right now, and they're going to come back, and they're the halfway point of their semester,
right.
And so there's a huge carnival Friday night for them to celebrate, almost like a bonfire celebration for the game the next day. So there's going to be plenty of activity for, obviously, the students, but also for the community. So a lot going on, obviously, this homecoming, but when people come to the games, first and foremost, I have to mention $15 tickets, so affordable.
Well, there you go. You can't beat that.
Affordable tickets for people who want to come to the game. And then we've started a new fan zone, our Coca-Cola fan zone, which is in our field house, which is on the north side of our stadium. Plenty of activity for not only just the kids, but all family members to go in there and be able to have a little fun prior to the start of the game. And then one thing we did just recently is we've added some new portable video boards to just enhance the fan experience once we're in there. And then we have two great in-game hosts. I'm looking at one right now, but Peter's the other one. So there's a lot going on, but we're really excited to put our best foot forward and really have people come out and, like we state so many times, it's family, fun, entertainment. It's great for the family to be out there, and you have opportunity to see a high-level Division I football team in action.
That's right. I'm excited to host the game again this weekend, but they're not the only team playing, too. The volleyball team, I think, has 2 games this week, so back-to-back doubleheaders, so there's a lot to celebrate at UB. And I want to talk about why it's important for the university to highlight the athletic department and how much they're involved in the community.
Sure. Well, I say this, we're not the biggest thing that's happened in the university. There's so many great things that are happening. We just saw a dance troupe that's associated with UB, and obviously what we're doing from a research standpoint, from an academic standpoint, is phenomenal, being an AAU institution. But I also say this, that athletics can be the most visible part of the university. I say sometimes the front door of the university, the front porch, so to speak. So we always have to have that in order so people can see that and have a true reflection of the university. So by being engaged in athletics, you're truly engaged in the university. So for us, we put our best foot forward, put on a great show, and get people involved with the university through athletics, which I think is a great way to do it.
That's right. And Saturday is a perfect start if you haven't been to the game. 3:30 kickoff, can't beat that. Middle of the day, have enough time to start the game off and tailgate. You guys have plenty of space to tailgate, right? It's going to be a whole experience.
It's going to be a whole experience. As we talked about the Coca-Cola Fan Fest, that's one aspect of it. But, our parking lots stay open 4 hours prior to. So around that noon, 11:30, around noon, you can come, find one of our free lots and park, start tailgating, but then also just venture around through campus. And for folks who have never seen campus before, it's an opportunity to, get familiar with campus and then go over the game. Head over, like I mentioned, 2 o'clock, the Coca-Cola Fan Zone, be there for that, and then 3:30 is a kick. And we walk away with the victory at the end, hopefully, against Western Michigan.
Hopefully, that's right. And guess what? If you come to the game, there's opportunities for you, the fans, to get involved and win some games for yourself.
There is. There's all those in-game, I shouldn't say activities, in-game competitions. Matter of fact, I saw my youngest son out there throwing the football back and forth, and
Yeah.
their team actually won that.
Yeah.
But there's those things where people can get out there, have fun, win a prize, whether it's something from one of our great sponsors. But really, when you look at it, is again, when we talk about family fun entertainment, it is the game itself, but everything that surrounds it regarding whether there's in-game contests like that or 50-50, opportunities for people to walk out with some cash and really be able to do that. So 3.5 hours is usually the game time, but it's 3.5 hour packed with fun and activity.
That's right, Mark. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing more about UV Athletics. Viewers, if you would like more information about UV's game against Western Michigan, and if you want to buy your tickets, you can go to ubulls.com/tickets. Thanks again for coming in.
No, thank you.